I'm Robert Kotze, the Senior Director for SU International, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to Stellenbosch University and to welcome you to our SIAN meeting and to give you a little campus tour as I did when we were face to face. So I say hello to Nikki from Tübingen, hello to the Russian participants, to our delegation from Botswana and also from Ghana, and especially our group from Lund. I'm happy to see you, and a fist bump or an elbow hug in these days. So we will start our tour on the Red Square, our Rooiplein. Welcome, and I hope you enjoyed the time with us. Let's stop here at the library. The library is underneath the Red Square, and at the wall, at the entrance to the library, you have some depictions of the townships and the suburbs in and around Stellenbosch. Our link to the community is extremely important for the university. So here on the Red Square, we have a statue for Mr. J.H. Maree. Mr. Maree gave a huge sum of money to have the university established here in Stellenbosch. His farm is also currently the sports campus of the university. So on our way to the student center, we're just stopping here at the Circle. The Circle celebrates important women in the history of South Africa, and one woman who's also very important now because the name of our building has recently been changed to her. It's Eva Okrutua, a Khoi woman married to a European. It was the first recorded union between a native and a settler, and many South Africans can trace a lineage back to her. So this is the representation of Krutua, and then at the back we have the depiction of Professor Thuli Madonsela, who was at one stage the public protector of the country and who is now a professor at Stellenbosch University. So we are at the entrance to the student center. We still have a depiction here of our 100-year celebrations we had with a depiction of Nelson Mandela. Let's go into the student center. So this is our student center where students like to meet. In previous years, this was also the venue for the Study Abroad Fair, which we will have virtually the coming days. But here is where you would have put up your booth to promote your institution. So within the student center, there are different shops, but also a food court downstairs where you can have your meals, and where students can also use their student card to book and get some meals. So we're at the Mati shop, and a Mati is the nickname for a student registered at Stellenbosch University. So when your students come here, they will be international Matis. So we've arrived at the Maton Teaching Center. This is the newest building on campus, and those of you who have been here before would have remembered there was a huge parking lot here. This was developed about 2 years ago and was opened during COVID times, and it plays an important role for our programs to international students, especially big groups of students we are receiving from Schema Business School in Paris. On our right hand side, this side, we have the Visual Arts Department, and why I make a reference to them is that they've got a wonderful jewelry design program which is quite popular for some international students. So we've arrived at the Conservatorium, our Department of Music, where students can do programs in music theory but also in practical music like piano, cello, and it's also a very nice venue for the university for concerts. And this is also the house of our university choir, who has performed quite well overseas recently. Victoria Street is a popular road where students meet, and also it depicts some or other boundary of the university. But there's no real boundary between the town and the university, because on the other side of the road you will see the building for horticulture, and then next to it is a private housing apartment block that's part of the town. So the town and the university are really intertwined quite significantly. We're the only university offering degree programs in viticulture and enology. So for a taste of wine, you have to come here, but we will try some Stellenbosch wine Friday evening, and I hope you've bought your bottles of wine for the tasting on Friday evening. We have reached the ou hoofgebou, the old main building, dating from 1885, which was the first building of the university where many departments were hosted. Currently, it's the home of the law faculty, who are celebrating their 100 years this year. This building also has a special private, personal meaning to me. That's where I taught Hebrew before I changed over to the international office, and where I basically met my wife, and where we had our wedding pictures taken. But that is just something between you and me. In the old main building, there's wonderful facilities for conferences, and you've received a parcel with a puzzle of the building inside of it. So we've arrived at our final destination, Guguta Building. This is the building housing SU International as well as the postgraduate office. Guguta was a translator in the early days of the Cape Colony, and we see ourselves also as interpreters to the incoming international students, trying to translate the local situation, Africa, South Africa to them, and then also to our students to prepare them well for the international experience. And there's where you are very important, because with our partners we can give that experience to our students and to your students. Welcome to Stellenbosch University, and I wish you a pleasant conference. Thank you.